Hey guys, BlueLizardJello here, and I think I've decided to take you on a little journey. And that journey will be to find and collect everything there is to do before the very first boss in Dark Souls 2, or before you fight any of the bosses in Dark Souls 2, since there is no dedicated first boss. Just to give you a quick rundown of some of the things you can expect, it should be all live commentary, unless Audacity decides to lose or corrupt any of my audio footage. That's correct, audio data. But also, you will see almost everything that I do in this run. So if I die, you're going to see it. If I do co-op, you're going to see it. The only time that I'm going to cut is if I have a long run, corpse run, or if I have a long farming session, which will happen a couple times. But my plan is to show you every item and just how powerful you can get before you ever take down a first boss. The reason I'm doing this is because I did get a lot of attention on my Last Giant one-shot video, and a lot of people were wondering how I got some of the items, such as some of the catalysts and staffs that I had. Like I have the Witch Tree Bellvine and the Witch Tree staff. I have the red eye, or the red tearstone ring, red eye. Not the red eye ring, that's a completely different ring altogether. So I wanted to take some time and actually show you how I did that. So this could be, I'm not sure how many parts this is going to be, but it will be somewhat exhaustive. It's not going to be lore related at all, but we will be talking about some of the different enemies and the enemies you can find. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Right off the bat, Things Betwixt, you probably know about this. Rusted coin, you just take the path immediately off to the right when you enter the Kobold area. By the way, speaking of kobolds, there is some information out there in the wikis that say that the kobolds can drop things like the Black Knight weapons or the Affinity Hex. That is not these kobolds. They are not referring to these cute little guys running around. They are referring to the kobolds outside of Aldia's Keep. I don't know why you would ever feel the need to kill these or farm them, because there's really nothing. There's nothing they can drop. They give very little souls. They're actually pretty dangerous. I don't recommend it. Leave them alone. Alright, right down here, collect the next item. Small, smooth, and silky stone, which we will be doing probably quite a bit of trading with the crows. So any item that we can trade is going to be worth collecting. Alright, now I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to listen to any dialogue. I am going to go right into character creation. I'm going to skip character creation, and I'll tell you just what I chose as far as class and starting gift afterwards. So, quick cut here. Be back in a moment. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, introducing BlueLizardJello. I don't know how I came up with the name, it just kind of came to me, maybe in a dream. So, didn't spend too much time. Just kind of cute, I guess, right? Nothing too special. So anyway, I chose Cleric. I did not choose Cleric. I chose Sorcerer as my starting class, and I chose a Petrified Something as my starting gift. I could go with Bonfire Ascetic, however, in this run, we're going to be able to at least get 10 Bonfire Ascetics without killing any bosses, so we're not too terribly concerned. Go upstairs, get the human effigy, and now, of course, we are going to go back outside. We're going to kill the ogre and get the stone ring as well as the gold pine resin behind the ogre. We are going to use our dagger. I find that it's a little bit easier than just standing back and casting soul arrow again and again. So take this somewhat hidden path. So basically, the ogre came through this cave that is way, way too small, or at least manifested itself right here. And this isn't lore, this is just an observation. He runs up this path, ends up here, and just stares at the wall forever. So, how to best take care of him is to, if you can get behind him and get him to sit on his fat butt, and then just, I spam R2, get 3 hits in, back away, 3 hits. And you can just keep him in this loop. Just don't get hit. It actually does a good bit of damage when he does this. And, ooh. And there he goes. So that's the easiest way that I found to take care of this guy. So stone ring, gold pine resin. We're going to put the gold or the stone ring on. Why wouldn't we? Alright, so now we are going to go through the tutorial area. There are a couple of items in there. Might as well get them, as well as the souls that we can collect from the lost warriors or adventurers. I forget what they're called. Basically, there's supposed to be other variations of us that just never made it very far in their quest. Pick up a soul item and a torch. We are actually going to run through this area with a torch as much as we can. just because I think it actually looks a lot nicer with the lighting effects. You don't get anything from lighting these sconces, FYI. But I actually really like the effect when they're all lit up. Not to mention, on YouTube, this is probably going to be a little bit darker anyway. Oh, and here I go, getting rid of my torch. I'll go relight it. Not sure what I was thinking. Now, when I practiced this before, I was not able to get all of the sconces on one torch. I missed one. So we will see how I do here. Alright, not too many items yet. One of the things we're going to be able to get is a second dagger, which is completely unnecessary, but if you're playing another class other than sorcerer, it's going to be nice to have. Not going to backstab this guy. Alright, dagger right up here. You can kind of see it glinting in the background. There it is. Perfect. So one of the reasons why I do this, guys, it's unnecessary, and it can be fun to try to one-shot the bosses, but as far as making the game easier, it does help. However, it takes a lot of time and energy just to get to the first boss if you're really going to try to do everything possible before killing them. But once you do that, and all of a sudden you're soul level 100, 120, and you're taking out the last giant, or you're taking out the dragon rider, this way, it's a lot of fun to see how quickly they can go down in new game. Another life gem, I believe, over here. Yep. Okay, coming through here, always kick the ladder down before you do anything else. But I am going to take the time to trade right here. By the way, if you didn't know, you can leave more than one item at a time, and you can collect them at the same time. You don't have to quit the menu or anything like that, or do one at a time. So I am dropping my small stone as well as the petrified something, and I'm going to get human effigy and petrified dragon bone. Not terrible, actually. Not exactly what I was hoping for. There's a soul item. Ultimately, I was really hoping for... I'm going to light a couple of sconces first before we go into the next area. Alright, there we go. Ultimately, I would really have liked to get the Channeler's Trident, since that's something we are going to be farming for later, because that can help with your damage output, whether you are a caster or purely melee. Alright, so we're going to hop this little gap here and get our first amber herb. I can't tell you how many times I've missed that jump. Oh, 2 amber herbs. Very cool. But this challenge has been a lot of fun for me, and I've learned a lot about the beginning areas of the game, and I was really surprised to find out just how much you could do, and I'm going to snipe this guy, without ever killing a boss. Okay. Go through the door here for a cracked red-eye orb. So hey, if you want to start invading right away, grab yourselves one of these, head over to Hade Tower of Flame, and just go nuts. Got another sconce to light, and then one more tutorial area. Well, sorry, 2 more sconces to light. Wonder, can I... Yeah, if I had the binoculars, I could snipe that guy. Alas. So we are going to take out the 2 other ogres, because there is an item you can only get if you kill them. One of the best items in the game, arguably. The Handmaid's Ladle. Oh, that was enough. Okay. Oh, jeez. Don't die. Yeah, I'm aware. You're a jerk. Oops. Oh no! Oh, 16 seconds, and there's only one sconce left. Can we do it? Again, for no reason other than just to say we did it. Okay, the answer is going to be no, because walking around a really wide ledge apparently is very difficult for this character. You know, maybe if it didn't count when I was walking through a fog gate, no, that's okay. Okay, so let me show you my preferred method for taking these guys out. There's a couple different things. I mean, you can fight them hand to hand down on the beach. You can try to just snipe them with your soul arrows. I am a big fan of just trying to make them fall off that bridge we just created. So let's go ahead and do that. Although we will snipe them to keep them interested. And hopefully not get eaten. Come on. I know, you're like onions. You have layers. Come on, man. Get up. Grab attack. Don't like that. Alright, so I'm going to run over and try to get there. No. Come on. Come on the bridge. Well, if he's not going to fall off the bridge, I will just snipe him. Okay, and then the other one we'll just go ahead and take out with our dagger. So anyway, one of the ways is if you can get them to do their 3-hit combo here and then roll over on their back, once they kind of right themselves, typically they will fall off, making it very easy to deal with. Alright, so let's go ahead, might as well use up the rest of our soul arrows we don't need anymore. And then we'll go down and we'll stab his fat butt. Alright, so the only thing we really need to be careful of is the grab attack. Perfect. Now get behind him. And... whoop. I don't like when they do it against the wall because it makes it a lot harder to actually get them stuck in this animation, but I think we're good. Don't get hit, like I said. The damage wasn't that bad, but the stun was scary. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to run back to the Firekeeper's house, and we're going to collect the Handmaid's Ladle. The bane of all the enemies of Drang Lake. But see, doesn't this area look nice with all the sconces lit? You know, all but one. So already, 3,500 souls. We haven't even left the tutorial area. We're going to talk to this lady right here, Millibeth, I believe. And Handmaid's
May
Ladle.
they bring forth.
Perfect. Cool. Cool. We're not even going to bother resting at the bonfire because we don't care. I think the sconces being lit just has such a nice aesthetic to it. I do the same thing when I do the gutter run, and you will see that in this playthrough because we do the gutter. Oh, there's another sconce. Okay, so 2 sconces that I missed, but we can always come back and relight them. Now, there is a rumor out there that there is an award for lighting all sconces in the game. I find that very hard to believe. I know that From is the king of trolls when it comes to their games. However, I'm not so sure they're going to put something so tedious and borderline meaningless. But to my knowledge, no one has confirmed, and no one from has actually denied that, but I'm highly skeptical. So we're going to run over here and just collect the Honed Bone and I believe Life Gem, as well as 3 Lloyd Talismans from inside one of these rooms off to the left. Life Gem, Homeward Bone, and then... oh, I should have come here with Soul Arrow, but that's okay. We can just backstab these guys. Come on. These guys with the severely distended belly. Really bad case of malnutrition. 1 backstab, plenty, with the high crit of the dagger. Talismans, and just because we don't want him to feel left out. Let's see, can I've never been able to sneak up. Nope. No matter how quiet you are, I don't think you can sneak up on him. However, you can roll stab. Alright, off to Majula. There's quite a few items in Majula, including the pit. We're not going to explore the pit right now because we do need to get the Silver Cat ring, and we are about 10,000 souls shy of that. By the way, one of the other things that I'm going to do is I'm going to save all of the hard souls that I collect until the very end of the series, and then we'll pop them all in a row to see just how many souls you can get just from the actual soul items themselves. Divine Blessing, and of course, not a big secret, but if you come to this overlook, not only can you praise the sun, once you have the gesture, you can also hop down very carefully, and again, and pick up a morning star and a chime. Now, if you're a sorcerer, or a sorcerer and cleric, I always get them confused. If you're a cleric, I believe you start with both of those items, but if you're not, there you go. Alright. Let's light this bonfire and go collect some Majula items. So in here, we have Malin. You can buy armor if you want. This is not about what you can buy, it's about what you can collect and find. And if you climb the ladder up here, you get a small Titanite shard, or just a regular Titanite shard. However, once you've used a single bonfire ascetic, you can actually then loot that chest for a large Titanite shard. If you use another bonfire ascetic at the Majula, the Farfire bonfire, then you will get the Moonlight Butterfly shield. Estus flash shard from the well. Oh, can't go through there. Life gem. And let's go up and get some honed bones, which are going to be very useful during some of our farming runs. Don't join the Covenant up here. Just don't. Not until you're ready to get the Vanquisher's seal. Okay, we have one more item readily available. One more soul item, and then we will proceed to the next area, the Forest of the Fallen Giants. Well, once we go and get our Estus flask. Alright, what do you got for me?
See, there.
Is that a shard you found?
Is that it? Here, to see.
Sure is.
However.
Just for you. Okay, I'm going to keep these episodes relatively short, guys, because I want to make sure that they are not a bore to watch, and that way I can take feedback as it comes to me. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be episode 1. I'm going to do the Forest of the Fallen Giants next time, but already we've made some progress. We have 3,700 souls, not to mention the soul items we have. We have collected some weapons. We've collected the Estus Flash Shard, so we're already at Estus Flask with 2 charges, and next time we'll be getting even more. So, thank you guys for coming out, and I'll talk to you next time.